Hey, Pally, I'm Dean Martin.
I'm Sammy Davis Jr., baby.
And I'm Francis Albert Sinatra. This is the Copa room in the Tuscany Casino. And the Rat Pack is back.
My name's Dick Feeney. I'm the producer, director, and owner of the Rat Pack is Back show here in Las Vegas. I'm originally from a little town called Rockland. Oh, when I was young, my mother always had me sing, and I did a couple talent shows. And then I just fell in love with the trumpet. I had to have a trumpet. So they got me a trumpet, and I started playing. And I always had a natural ability to pick stuff up quick. And I got into this local band, did my first high school dance, and I was hooked. Then I moved on to a band called Lewis and Clark Expedition, which is a 10-piece band with 2 singers, and we toured around the country. At one time, we were the highest paid show band, nightclub band in the country. We recorded some records, never had a hit.
Here comes that sweet little devil, tempting me to the sky.
So I came to Las Vegas in 1978 for my first trip and just fell in love with it. Made $24 on the blackjack table. It was wow. And then I lost that. And in the late 90s, Frank, Sammy, and Dean actually got together in their older age to do a world tour, and they called it Together Again because Frank hated the name Rat Pack. Right around that time, several groups around the country sprang up that called themselves Rat Pack. How it really triggered into the 60s recreation of it, Hollywood writer Don Rio actually wrote a script and created the Rat Pack is Back, their version of it. He opened his show in 1999. When he closed the show, I'd realized there was a lot of call for it. There was sort of a gap there, and it was a product that could sell. David wasn't doing the show anymore. I contacted him, and we made a deal, and I bought the trade name and wrote a new script and did a new concept with it.
Hey there, folks. I'm Chris Jason Rossi.
Hey everybody, I'm Drew Anthony Carano.
My name is Kyle Diamond, and I know you think, why am I not playing Frank? But I play I don't play Kyle Diamond. I play Sammy Davis Jr. in the show.
And I play Dean Martin.
I play Frank Sinatra in The Rat Pack is Back.
The Rat Pack is Back is a show that originated in the 60s with the guys.
It's like a time capsule back to the 1960s when Frank, Dean, and Sammy and the live big band took over Las Vegas.
The people can expect a recreation of all of that humor and singing and kibitzing.
We're talking about dancing, sweetheart. It's okay.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. My childhood was great, filled with music and sports.
I am from New Haven, Connecticut. Grew up Italian-American. So what it's like for me growing up is a lot of food, a lot of talking, a lot of music.
I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island, Little Italy, predominantly all Italian family, 3 pitchers in the house. We had the Pope, Jesus, and Frank Sinatra. That was exactly what my life was growing up.
I found Chris Jason in a very unusual way. It was at the San Gennaro feast.
There's an opening in Las Vegas, San Gennaro. I'll fly you down, you do like an hour and go back home.
And I looked over and I saw this guy.
I'm singing. I wasn't really singing to that many people. I can't do this. No one even knows I'm here.
And I heard this Sinatra voice. This was dead on.
Mr. Tony Sacca, he was the ambassador of music entertainment. He walked me to the end of the stage and he said, I want you to meet somebody.
And I immediately went over and found out who he was.
And I said, oh, sure, no problem. And it was Mr. Dick Feeney, who's the producer of this show, The Rat Pack is Back.
The clearest Sinatra voice I've ever heard.
But that's pretty much how I got here, because of 2 people, Tony Sacca, Mr. Dick Feeney.
So how I discovered the one and only Drew Anthony playing Mr. Dean Martin.
Some friends told me to go see the Rat Pack is Back.
And I got a tap on my shoulder. And he said, Mr. Feeney.
I had told him who I was and that I sang a lot of Frank Sinatra.
And I looked at him. I said, I don't think so. You don't do Frank in my show.
And he said to me, you can't sing Frank Sinatra in my show.
He says, what do you mean? I said, well, you look just like a 35-year-old Dean Martin.
Well, whatever Dick Feeney says, that's it. That's the way it was. And I said, okay, well, I could do that too. That'll be fun.
I said, if you can sing Sinatra, you can sing Dean Martin. Practice your Dean Martin and come see me again.
And that's how I got here.
We actually found Kyle Diamond working in a very popular lounge band here in Las Vegas.
I was part of a duo, actually. I sang with a female and I played keyboards. We used to do this short segment of caricatures of the Rat Pack.
We needed someone who could sing and who could dance, be Mr. Entertainment in the show.
And which is why he thought of me, because I would do the, hey man, hey babe.
I found out throughout the years that people who had lounge training were the best entertainers.
Dick Feeney came in, gave me a CD, and said, learn these songs by Friday.
He was at that age where he said, yeah, I'd like to get out of the lounges.
You know I don't like pictures when I'm working, fellas.
So Frank was a storyteller. It wasn't just a song, it was a story. Example-wise, I would say like, the best is yet to come. Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. And then you see him singing on stage, and his phrasing is completely different. Out of the tree of life, I just picked me that plum. And he would just do these dips and these valleys with the lyrics, and just, no one ever did that before.
Fly me to the moon. Let me swing up there on those stars.
I like to sing and dance. Look, Peter, I don't mind you singing. That's not under my jurisdiction.
Something about the way Sammy spoke. He enunciated everything. It was a little more nasally and hey there. I mean, I dig you, you dig me. We dig each other. What can I do? I hear your name.
It's about my turn to speak, ain't it? Get out of here.
There's a big difference between Dean and Frank. They're both great singers. You know, Dean had a very fast vibrato. It was very hard to actually recreate. He crooned more than Frank. It was softer. So an example would be, you know, Frank might sing, "Come fly with me." He might sing that out like that, and Dean would be like, "Come fly with me."
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
I told you it'd be a fantastic audience tonight.
Yeah, you were right, Frank. You have been a lovely audience. Thank you and good night.
No.
No. There's more.
This is Lon Bronson, the musical director for the Rat Pack is back. My buddy forever and ever and ever. Come on, we'll sit down and talk a little bit and tell them the story.
Good idea.
So Lon and I met in 1984.
Gotta stop, it was 82. 1982.
So he worked in the show in Hawaii. Then we brought the show to Atlantic City at the Tropicana. Lacage was coming to Las Vegas, and I asked Lon if he wanted to come out and work the show.
I gotta jump in here though, because I love this story. So he basically had to beg me to come to Vegas. I was living in New York City, having the time of my life. He calls me up, he goes, you know, there's no live music on this show. It's a drag show, it's Lacage. And I'd really like you to just come and help me get the show open. Come out for 2 weeks. I guarantee you, come for 2 weeks. You can take off, whatever you want to do. I never left. Never went back to New York. All my stuff was in storage. Somebody got all my vinyl, a black leather couch. But it's a true story. I thought I was coming out for 2 weeks to open Lacage for him, and I never left.
And the two of us collaborated on what kind of songs we should pick and change, and different script ideas and what worked, what didn't work. He knows all the musicians. He's got the famous Lon Bronson All-Star Band here in town that started in
35 years this year.
35 years. So he knows who the players are, who the good guys are that you can count on to hire, and that's, you know, one of the real big strengths he brings to this whole endeavor. And you've seen a lot of guys come and go, and somehow we managed to stay together, support each other, and I've told you this before, how much I appreciate you and what you've done, and I'm extremely proud of your career.
Oh, thanks, man.
I really am, and the fact that I started it all, okay, it makes me even prouder.
This guy's always figured out how to do a quality commercial product and sell tickets. And that's an amazing thing. And like I was saying, go back to '85. All the guys that were quote unquote big producers then, they're all gone. nobody's left but one guy, this guy. So, you're the only one.
You are nobody till that somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love.
Frank, Chris, you bring in food, you bring in booze.
All the time.
You're easy to work with.
Yeah.
You sing well. It's a pleasure to be here with you. What's your name again?
Bob.
Kyle.
What? You know I love working
He's
with
the most kind-hearted person I know. And it's a pleasure to work with him.
It's a pleasure to work with both of you guys.
It's the most fun.
friends.
It's the most fun. I actually look forward to leaving the house and coming here to laugh, period.
We do.
You're married, right? Of course you're looking forward to leaving the house. There's a lot of different personalities. These guys are really good guys.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me, you guys. Where's the drinks?
Oh.
So there is.
Oh, Mr.
This goes together?
But, you know, this is what happens when security's not around. Toast.
Yeah. Toast.
Thank you for everything you guys do nightly.
No, thank you.
It's a pleasure working with you guys.
Going on 10 years next year. Whatever you expect to see in the show, it ain't gonna happen. And here's to Dick Feeney for having us in the show and having the show run as long as it has.
Thank you guys.
No, thank you, man.
Salud.
Thank you.
Cheers. Salud.
Salud.
I actually love Las Vegas. It's the first time I came here. The action, the excitement, the entertainment is here. This is my favorite place.